Guess what I just got back from seeing? Ready Player One is directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Ty Sheridan, Olivia Cooke, Ben Mendelsohn, and Mark Rylance, and is based on the book written by Ernest Cline that goes by the same name. I have been anticipating this ever since I heard they were adapting the book into a movie. And when I heard Steven Spielberg was directing, I felt like I could die in peace. Now, I'll just get this out of the way. No, the movie does not follow the book. This movie is very different from the book. Basically almost the same outcome, but a lot of the things throughout the journey change, from character arcs, subplots, everything changes. Of course, same as my other reviews, I won't go into spoilers. If you haven't read the book, don't worry, no spoilers here at all. So James Halliday, the creator of the virtual reality that is the Oasis, has hidden an Easter egg in the Oasis, and whoever finds this Easter egg and completes 3 challenges and acquires the 3 keys will be rewarded with the full control of the Oasis and earn a fortune. Our main character, Wade Watts, is played by Ty Sheridan, and to be honest, he's perfect for it. When I read the book back in 2015, I kept picturing him as Wade Watts. He's a good fit. So Wade Watts lives with his Aunt Alice and her abusive boyfriend in Columbus, Ohio. The year is 2045. It's been 5 years since the announcement of the Easter egg hunt, and no one has done any progress whatsoever. Then, when Wade discovers the first clue and completes the first challenge, the movie starts to pick up. I'll get everything good out of the way, then I'll talk about everything else. The movie opening with Van Halen's Jump made me grin ear to ear for the entirety of the song. The look and feel of the Stax is amazing. It's straight from the cover of the book. The performances by the main characters were good. Olivia Cooke was really good as Artemis, and everyone else did a great job. But Ben Mendelsohn, as Nolan Sorrento, he was fucking great. I loved every scene he was in. The score by Alan Silvestri was surprisingly good and memorable. Again, no spoilers. There's a chase scene towards the beginning of the movie, and the entirety of it is pure sound design. No music at all. I was in utter shock. I was shooketh. There's a challenge that has something to do with a classic horror movie. No spoilers, but that whole sequence was really fun. Okay, so I will keep it vague just like my other reviews. So, okay. Now for the salt. Honestly, I hate to say that I left the theater a bit disappointed. Okay, let me go back. Disappointed is not the word I'm looking for. I left the theater feeling empty. Part of me was in denial that I didn't fully enjoy this movie. It wasn't until I got home that I picked up that book and said, "What the fuck?" Everything I said I liked is true, don't get me wrong, but I feel it's not enough to make me want to go see it again, or even own it. It lacks a certain charm, and the 80s pop culture references are not enough to keep it standing on its own feet. I'll give this movie this. It is filled to the brim with references, but it never uses them as a plot device to advance the story. It opens with about 10 minutes of narration of Wade explaining the Oasis to you. And well, in the book, there's more than like 40 pages of explanation of the Oasis, so I guess that's less exposition-y as it can be. The CG wasn't terrible. The pace was all over the place. It would pick up at times, and then it would just come to a full stop all of a sudden. Honestly, I'm still in denial to say that with a movie with so many Easter eggs to find, it still feels hollow. I hate to say that I was often bored, and I'm a huge fan of the book. I've been anticipating this movie for years. It's not awful, don't get me wrong, it's a passable movie, but that's exactly the problem. It shouldn't be passable. It should be great, with so much potential behind it and so much talent. And as a fan, I don't want to settle for, it was an okay movie. It should have been so much more than that. And that's unfortunately my opinion. Fortunately enough, though, I can always just read the book again. I'm not going to tell you to not watch this movie. Honestly, if somebody told me, I would still go watch it. But if you're a fan of the book, go into this movie with no expectations at all. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay, well, I want to thank you for watching. That's all my time for today. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to return some videotapes.